It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
The greatest thing floating in
I might be out of
2024. Mark
business.
the words. No way. In a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch.
So, it seems like Katt is really getting on Oprah's nerves because she's finally speaking out about him and totally dragging him through the mud. In case you missed it, Oprah has been spilling some serious tea and exposing all of Katt's embarrassing and shady activities. It looks like she's had enough of him and she's ready to confront him about all the accusations he's been spreading. And let me tell you, when it comes to stuff like this, Oprah does not mess around. So, did she actually put a hit out on Katt?
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
So, in just the past couple of weeks, Katt Williams went on a rampage exposing Oprah as a handler for those Hollywood elites. Yeah, you heard it right. He's accusing her of not being who we all think she is. According to Katt, Oprah uses her Hollywood influence to control Black artists, and it's all part of some twisted agenda. Now, you might remember hearing about Raji's accusations against Oprah, claiming she didn't have the backs of Black women in the industry. Shocking, right? I mean, Oprah is supposed to be this respected figure in Hollywood known for her philanthropy and championing Black rights. But according to Katt, it's all a facade. He thinks Oprah has been fooling us all along, playing the role of a savior while actually turning these Black actors into mere puppets for those industry elites. And get this, Katt says this has been going on for a long time. But why didn't anyone speak up before? Well, most people were just too scared of Oprah, afraid to challenge her. Katt even claims that Oprah allegedly used her show to push agendas against Black artists, setting them up for failure just because she felt like it. Can you believe that? Let's rewind to the late 90s and early 2000s when Oprah's show was the go-to platform for Black artists. She used to boast about giving them a voice, but Katt says it was all a sham. He claims she actually worked against many Black artists on her show. But wait, there's more. Katt also accuses Oprah of silencing artists who dared to speak up against her, exposing her for being anti-Black. Ludacris was one of the first to spill the tea, slamming Oprah for trashing artists' work on her show and making them look bad. He even had a personal experience when he went on her show to promote his movie Crash. Oprah blindsided him, switching topics and accusing him of using the N-word in his music. Can you believe the nerve? It had nothing to do with the movie, but Oprah just wanted to make him look bad to the Black community. Ludacris was hurt, and he didn't hold back when he slammed her in an interview.
Like, that needed to be said. You know, you didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my views.
Right.
You wouldn't believe it, but Oprah went all out to trash Ludacris on her show. Instead of apologizing, she actually made things worse by cutting out parts of the interview where Ludacris responded to her questions. That move just made him look clueless. And get this, they didn't even have any beef or feud going on, so it was totally random. But wait, there's more. Katt spilled the tea, revealing that the Ludacris incident was just a glimpse of Oprah's true colors. Apparently, she has a track record of trying to sabotage innocent artists for her own gain. Katt even brought up how Oprah tried to tarnish Michael Jackson's legacy after his passing, painting him as a bad guy who supposedly hurt kids. Here's the kicker. Oprah owed a lot of her success to MJ. Back in 1993, he granted her a major interview at his legendary Neverland Ranch. And let me tell you, MJ was super private about his personal life, so inviting Oprah into his home was a big deal. That interview gave Oprah major bragging rights, and she started parading around like she was MJ's BFF. She kept up the act while he was alive, but once he passed, she did a complete switcheroo and started trying to destroy his reputation. According to Katt, Oprah only cares about herself. When the Neverland documentary came out, she saw it as an opportunity to capitalize on the controversy. She went as far as interviewing Wade Robson and James Safechuck, who had accused MJ of assault in the past. Can you believe it? Oprah really knows how to stir up drama. It's all about her and her agenda. She's got no problem throwing people under the bus for her own gain. Can you believe it? The so-called accusers of Michael Jackson actually took back their accusations and admitted they had painted him in the wrong light. So why was Oprah trying to reignite the whole Michael Jackson hate campaign? It gets even juicier when Oprah was confronted about her actions. She defended herself by saying she was all about raising awareness about sexual assault in the industry. But here's the thing. Oprah's attempt to create awareness seems a bit hypocritical, considering her close ties to Harvey Weinstein and even Jeffrey Epstein. Remember, federal officials identified 36 girls, some as young as 14, who Epstein allegedly assaulted. So what was Oprah's real motive? Hanging out with people like Harvey Weinstein definitely raises some eyebrows. Oh my gosh, you won't believe the scoop. Katt spilled some tea about Oprah, and it's juicy. According to Katt, Oprah wasn't even bothered by the fact that her friends were accused of the same thing multiple times. Can you believe it? It makes you wonder if she was just covering up her own backstabbing ways when she trolled Michael Jackson after his passing. And that's not all. Katt was on a roll, dropping bombshell after bombshell. He brought up this guy called John of God, who Oprah praised like he was the next big thing. She raved about him on her show, saying he was a spiritual healer that the whole world needed to know about. But guess what? Turns out this same guy was involved in some serious child trafficking and human trafficking cases. Shocking, right? But Oprah tried to brush it off like it was no big deal, or so the reports say. I mean, can you believe the drama? Oprah's true colors are coming out, and it's not pretty. Who knows what other scandals are lurking behind her perfect image? It's like a real-life soap opera. So get this. John from Goff apparently held these women against their will, got them pregnant, and then sold their babies for organs or to people who wanted kids. Can you believe it? You'd think Oprah, being one of his besties, would apologize and take responsibility, right? But no, she did the complete opposite. She swept the accusations under the rug and acted all cool. Like nothing serious went down. Like her good friend wasn't accused of these messed up acts. All she did was cut ties with him and remove any videos related to the spiritual healer from her page. Oprah made it seem like nothing happened. And according to Katt, she had some powerful friends who helped her bury the story in the US media. Talk about damage control. And here's another thing. Oprah is always going on about how she helps people and supports Black actors in the industry. But now she's caught up in these controversies. It seems like she's doing the exact opposite of what she claims. Just take Taraji as an example. After starring in Oprah's movie, The Color Purple, she came out and spilled the tea that she was seriously underpaid for her role. Can you believe that? It's no wonder more people are starting to believe Katt Williams' claims. It's making fans pay attention to Oprah and how she's been low-key working against Black artists. Now, you'd expect Oprah to sit down with Taraji and sort things out without causing a scene, right? Well, think again. Rumor has it she's been threatening to blacklist Taraji from the industry, but let me tell you, Taraji isn't taking it lying down. She's keeping that same energy and exposing the real Oprah. It all started in an interview with SAG-AFTRA, where Taraji spilled the tea that she's been stuck in the same pay grade for years. Nothing's changed for her, and it's embarrassing. She even said she almost turned down her role in The Color Purple because of the ridiculously low pay.
Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this?
In her interview with Gayle King, Taraji reiterated her claims and actually mentioned that she's been contemplating leaving the industry. You know why? Well, according to her, she wasn't getting paid enough compared to other actors in the industry who happen to be white. Can you believe that? It's like a never-ending saga of unfairness and inequality. It's enough to make you question everything, isn't it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Or have to. The math ain't
You
math.
wouldn't believe it, but this isn't the first time those black actresses have spoken out about the discrimination they face in the industry. It's crazy, right? They've been raising their voices and sharing their experiences, shining a light on the challenges they encounter. It's important to listen and support them in their fight for equality.
Okay? What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid, well, we get probably a tenth of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth, me to you. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me. And yet, I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. And yet, I have to constantly get on that phone, and I have fabulous agents, by the way. They are getting it. But I have to get on that phone, and people say, you're a black Meryl Streep. You are, and we love you. We love you. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that? You pay me what I'm worth. You give me what I'm worth.
So, let's dive into Taraji's situation, which is quite concerning because she's being downgraded by a fellow black woman who happens to be a billionaire. I mean, this woman claims to support black artists in the industry, but Katt seems to have a different agenda. And guess what? This isn't the first time Oprah has pulled something like this. Back in 2009, she did the same thing to Monique after they worked together on the movie Precious. Can you believe it? Now, don't get me wrong, Precious was a huge success, thanks to Oprah and Tyler Perry's production efforts. But it's not about the movie's success, it's about what happened afterward. You see, when it came to doing the media rounds to promote the movie, the producers told Monique that she wouldn't be paid for it. Can you imagine? Naturally, Monique had a problem with that. She'd rather spend time with her family than work for free. Of course, the producers couldn't force her to work without pay, so they decided to take a different approach. They started spreading rumors about Monique being difficult to work with. Now, Oprah never directly said that, but in an interview, when she was asked about the whole situation with Monique, she hinted at it. Sneaky, right?
Where it is, you have to rise above it, you have to transcend it, you have to be the light. And it only takes a little bit of light to banish the darkness. It takes a lot of darkness to overcome the light. But it takes just a little bit of light. And we are warriors of the light. So I would never stoop to try to meet somebody where they are negatively.
Oh boy, let me spill the tea on Oprah and Monique. Not only did Oprah personally blacklist Monique, but she also went around pressuring others in the industry to blackball her too. She even threatened to ruin their careers if they didn't distance themselves from Monique. Talk about drama, right? But hold up, let's talk about Taraji now. You already know that the interviews Taraji gave would stir up some serious beef between her and Oprah, and guess what? You're absolutely right. Things got heated during those interviews, and the tension between these two ladies was so intense that even the fans noticed. At one point, Taraji looked so down and out, people thought she was about to break down and cry.
Every time you achieve something really incredible, it's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, oh, that was like some one-time thing. So you fall back to the bottom and you gotta negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple.
Okay, so here's the tea. The situation got way messier when Oprah distanced herself from Taraji as soon as fans started flocking to them for pictures. According to reports, Oprah had already called out Taraji for talking smack about her in interviews and making her look bad in the public eye. But wait, it gets even juicier. Despite all the rumors and beef, Taraji did something unexpected. She went ahead and posted a pic of her and Oprah at the same event. People were confused by Oprah's strange behavior towards her. Not only did Taraji post the pic, but she also talked about the importance of Black women and women of color supporting each other in the industry and beyond. Now, given the whole Taraji-Oprah situation, it's safe to say Taraji was being pretty shrewd. Fans believe she felt compelled to defend Oprah because she was getting dragged for not supporting Black women in the industry. Some even suspect Taraji was scared of getting blacklisted like Oprah did to Monique. And here's where it gets really intense. An insider spilled some serious tea, revealing that Taraji was under extreme pressure from Oprah and the production team to make that post about her. Apparently, she had no choice but to press send. The content and draft of the post were all orchestrated by the production team. It's crazy, right? Oprah really had Taraji under her thumb. Oh, and in case you thought this was all just cap, 50 Cent himself spoke up for Taraji against Monique. He said he was ready to work with her after she went viral, claiming she was underpaid and deserved more than what she got. But wait, there's more. 50 Cent also called out Oprah for taking advantage of Black artists. According to him, Oprah's been manipulating Black artists to keep them working for her while paying them way less. Did you hear about 50 Cent? He's been getting a lot of praise lately, not just for standing up for Taraji, but also for giving Oprah a taste of her own medicine. You know how Oprah used to talk smack about hip-hop music? Well, 50 Cent is showing everyone that she's not who she claims to be. Definitely not the messiah of Black actors. And let's be real, we can't really blame 50 Cent for calling out Oprah. She always finds a way to wiggle out of any situation, especially with her powerful friends coming to her rescue. Just take a look at that interview Taraji did with Gayle King, Oprah's bestie. Taraji spilled the tea about how she was so underpaid that she was ready to quit the industry. Katt Williams even threw some shade at Oprah, accusing her of trying to keep Taraji down. Then there were...
I don't know if you saw this, but Taraji P. Henson got extremely emotional the other day. She was giving an interview.
Yes.
And saying that they're vastly underpaid and say the math is not mathing.
It was the saddest thing ever, because imagine being in your genre, in your sub-niche, whatever it is. Imagine being in your lane. Imagine being one of the very top of your lane. That to the point where if they don't take you for the role, there's not 3 Black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're gonna give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all. And they not making my pay go up because I'm doing better or nothing. It don't matter to them that I'm famous and people know
Fans
me.
felt like Gayle deliberately dropped the ball in that interview because she was trying to protect Oprah from getting dragged. People also felt like she made it look like Taraji was capping about how Black women were treated in the industry, and that Taraji was just blowing matters out of proportion. Even when Taraji made it known that her accusations were against the industry as a whole and not against Oprah specifically, Gayle still didn't listen to what Taraji had to say. The fans felt like Gayle downplayed Taraji's feelings, and she tried her best to not let Taraji expose her best friend, Oprah. It's no news that Oprah helped Gayle get into the industry herself, and maybe Gayle was just trying to return the favor. Who knows? But the battle did not end there, because just when Oprah thought she had succeeded in shutting Taraji up, other successful Black women in the industry spoke up to support Taraji's claim. Gabrielle Union showed her support on TikTok.
I'm a Black actress and producer in Hollywood. Of course, I'm going to have to work until it's the end.
Okay, so let me spill the tea on Katt. Apparently, she's got some seriously damaging dirt. Word on the street is that she supposedly helped out Harvey Weinstein. Can you believe it? And remember when Oprah tried to use MJ for clickbait and then played innocent? Well, according to Katt, that's a bit hypocritical of Oprah. Turns out she's got connections to other industry folks accused of similar stuff, like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Rumor has it, she was tight with both of them. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Oprah, the queen of awareness, rubbing elbows with the very people she claims to be exposing. It's wild, but a few people have been talking about it, like that British actress Katt Noble, who spilled the beans on Oprah and Naomi Campbell's involvement with Harvey Weinstein. Crazy, right?
He was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend.
All right, so you won't believe this, but according to Katt Williams, Oprah didn't seem to have a problem with SA when it was her friends involved. And get this, Katt even brought up how Oprah has been linked to other men accused of inappropriate behavior. Remember when I told you about how she's known for giving back and opened that school for girls in South Africa? Well, it didn't take long for some concerning controversy to surround the school. One of the matrons got arrested on SA charges for being inappropriate with female students. How messed up is that? Now, Katt is dropping hints that Oprah might have known about the situation but turned a blind eye. It seems like she was more concerned about protecting her name than protecting the kids under her care, allegedly. But wait, there's more. Katt also claimed that she allegedly tries to take out people in the industry who dare to expose her. Remember when Seal hinted that Oprah was lying about not knowing about Harvey Weinstein's crimes? He went on Instagram and said, "Oh, I forgot, that's right. You'd heard the rumors but had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young star-eyed actresses who in turn had no idea what they were getting into." And guess what? Shortly after calling out Oprah, Seal faced battery charges. Can you believe that? The charges were eventually dropped, but here's the kicker. An insider revealed that Seal's accuser reported him to the police in Los Angeles after she saw his damning Instagram post about Oprah supposedly knowing about Harvey Weinstein's offenses. Crazy, right? According to Katt, it wasn't just a simple coincidence. Apparently, Oprah supposedly tried to get Seal in trouble, even though he was innocent. Can you believe it? It didn't matter to Oprah. She was determined to get her revenge, even if it meant throwing an innocent man under the bus. Rumor has it she used him as a scapegoat to send a message to others. Keep your mouth shut or else. Now, Katt hinted that he's got some juicy dirt on Oprah that could bring her down.
It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
The greatest thing floating in
I might be out
2024.
of business.
Mark the words. No way. in a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch.
So, here's the scoop. Oprah seems to be taking Katt Williams' threat pretty seriously. According to an insider, she's not messing around and is making plans to protect herself and shut Katt up. This insider claims she's even plotting to take him down before he spills any more tea on her. Word on the street is that Oprah is furious with Katt and has been throwing some serious threats his way, hoping he'll take back what he said. But let's be real. Y'all know Katt ain't backing down anytime soon. Now, it seems like Oprah is doing some serious digging into Katt, trying to find any dirt she can use to blackmail him into keeping his mouth shut. Fans are even speculating that Oprah has some shady connections with serial killers and pedophiles. It's getting intense, folks. Listen up, people. Oprah is no saint. Take a look at her school in Africa and the company she keeps. We see right through you, Oprah. Some say she sold her soul to get where she is, and it's mind-boggling how she hasn't faced any media backlash yet. She's as evil as they come, I tell ya. But here's the kicker. Fans aren't buying into Oprah's games. Katt, on the other hand, seems untouchable because he's got the support of the people. So, what do you think about this whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to check out the next video.